Good morning. It's Sanford here, inspirational life coach to the art of sport, the art of entertainment, and the art of life. You are joining me for the second day of the Unlock to Unleash 14-day video series for our children, for our youth, and for the child within. Today I want to talk about why we avoid arguments, confrontations, or even offending someone. Before we begin, I want you to write down five things that you are avoiding. 5 arguments, 5 confrontations, and 5 things that you refuse to say to people because you don't want to offend them. Let's start there. So I'll give you a few seconds if you're already writing. If not, you go back and you do that after you watch this video. So I have 3 points. The first reason that we avoid arguments, confrontations, and offending someone is that it's uncomfortable. Of course it's uncomfortable. Of course it's uncomfortable. When you are uncomfortable, you now are on the cusp of growing to that next stage of your life. That next phase, that next challenge that makes you that being that you are meant to be on this planet. Of course it's uncomfortable. And I just want to recommend, don't allow yourself to get comfortable. If you allow yourself to get comfortable, what happens when you are comfortable? What happens? You fall asleep. You fall asleep. The next point I want to make about why we avoid arguments, confrontations, and offending someone is that you're not allowing yourself to really sit in the feeling of that confrontation or argument. You're trying to avoid it. You're trying to pretend like it's going to go away by itself. Like it's going to have, the answers are going to come by themselves. No, they're not. If it continues to come up in your life, if it continues to come up in your relationship, if it continues to come up at work, if it continues to come up in your life as a whole, it's not going to go away. You've got to allow yourself to sit in it, sit in those feelings, and then make the move. You know, for me personally, I had a girl that I dated, and she always had great respect for me and herself. But it came to a point where she just didn't want to be in a relationship with me anymore. And she kept saying she felt bad, she felt guilty, she felt all those things. And while I can understand that, because I've had those shoes on my feet as well, where I felt guilty and felt bad about being in a relationship or a situation that I knew that I wanted to get out of. It made no difference why you wanted to get out of it, it's just that you want to get out of it. And so you just fester on that. You just fester on it, and it festers and it festers, and it pisses you off. It makes you angry. It dulls your creativity. It infects every other relationship in your life. It's important to be able to sit in that and then confront it. Confront it. What's going to happen is going to happen. And then the third point I want to make is I want you to really get this. You're not a good or bad person for wanting to have a standard and set boundaries. You're not a good or bad person for needing what you need. And I would implore you not to avoid the things that you need, because that's your inner voice calling to you. Again, it makes no difference why you want what you want or why you feel like you need these things. It's that they're calling to you, listening to your inside, listen to your gut. Don't listen to all the noise. Don't listen to your friends who always say, girl, you know, you should do this. Man, you know, if I was you, I would do this. Inside of you, you know exactly what you should do. And you've always known that. You've always known that. Stop. Be silent. Stand in the moment. Go stand and look at a beautiful painting. Look out over the ocean. Go to a meditation course. Do something to get back to the center of you and address those arguments, those confrontations, those chances of possibly offending someone. For me, I say offend me. Because if you offend me, that means there's room for me to still grow. I still need to master some part of myself. And if the people that you're arguing with or having the confrontations with really love you or really are into growing and changing their lives, they'll go there with you. It may get heated, it may get nasty, whatever. But if you know you're coming from love, then you'll find that you're a much stronger person on the other side. In the Unlock to Unleash program, the one-day workshop, we go into these things very deeply. And we start to bring them all to the surface so you can learn how to face those those situations, so you can learn how to sit in those situations, so you can learn how to bleed, what I call bleed those situations. And we allow you to then find that place. We don't give up on you until you find that place where you can let it be. Where you can let it be. Remember, this one-day workshop is coming up in September 3rd, as a matter of fact. And I really, really hope that you can join me, because it's not about the cost. It's about the long-term value that it's going to bring to you. Hey, thank you very much for listening today. And as always, love your mission. Peace!